Hello, welcome to another edition of Wrestling Therapy. I am your host, Suji, and today the chair is once again filled, this time by a returning guest. Sir, how are you? Please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. This is Keenan Wilson once again, and not my first time on this platform. And of course, for people who are in the eBay world, my nickname in that world is Ruby Knight, the Flawless Glow. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'm very happy to be back here again because I know we definitely got a lot to talk about ever since what happened at Evolution. Oh,
Well, I before we get into SummerSlam, I know what one of the things you want to talk about. That's on your so the floor is yours.
First of all, let me just say this. Yes, Naomi had us all fooled when she cashed in on Io Sky because we all thought she was dead set on cashing in on Tiffany. Seriously, I really thought that was going to happen at SummerSlam, but she pulled a 180 on all of us and cashed in on Io. And of course, she said, she did say proceed with caution, and that's not only that was a warning. So she wasn't just saying that to Tiffany. I mean, she was saying that also, to Io because no other champion was safe. I mean, I don't care if it was Io Sky. I don't care if it was Tiffany. I don't care if it was JC Jane. I mean,
True.
to the fact that having Naomi having basically, I would say, the female heist of the century, being that how Seth Rollins did in WrestleMania 31 with Roman versus Brock for the WWE Championship. She did the same exact thing, but only better.
Now, I wouldn't be remiss if I didn't ask the obvious question. If Liv Morgan was not injured, would Naomi still have cashed in, or would it would just gone with what everybody else was thinking was her cashing in on Jay? Because you have to remember, Liv Morgan was getting a big push for Evolution. It was going to be Liv and Io for the titles, but Liv, unfortunately, she got hurt, and they needed to replace her with another top talent. Is it fair? Is it fair to say the Liv Morgan injury pushed the narrative in that direction?
Also, yeah. I mean, if it was like Liv versus Io, I mean, I still think Naomi was still a cash in still. It shocked the hell out of all of us. And I kid you not. When Naomi cashed in and won, my reaction was so wholesome for the fact that I was screaming my ass off and was crying. How it felt like this, when Naomi first won the SmackDown Women's title back in 2017 at Elimination Chamber against Alexa Bliss. And I was crying back then when she won it. Even when she won it in her hometown at WrestleMania 33 in Orlando for the second time. I mean, I was crying back then. I mean, I was crying when she returned to the Royal Rumble in 2024. I was there at Tropicana Field. I was there. That was my very first Royal Rumble. Even to the fact that, this year, when Royal Rumble came to Indianapolis, of course, I got high compliments for my outfit from her and from LA Knight and from Charles Robinson, being that, I wear like an LED fur coat, basically, and just my own style. Just I was basically like the male Naomi, basically, that whole weekend. So, yeah. And me and Naomi, for the second time. Actually, no, maybe not the third time, because funny story. It was around late 2017, when I was working for Marriott at the time. She actually checked in my hotel, basically. Yeah, and I was the one who checked her in too. So yeah.
Well, how was that experience?
That experience, of course, I had to keep it professional, but afterwards, I asked her for a picture, and I got a picture of her with her. So yeah, it was you'd be surprised, like, how many celebrities will stay at your hotel, like, at a certain time. So that was amazing.
That's dope. That's a wholesome experience.
Mhm.
When
Just 'cause
she
it happened,
won,
I kid you not. I kid you not. When I was screaming after Naomi won the Women's World Championship, my neighbor had to run over to my ran over, like, to my place, and then, like, check on me. She probably, like, someone's getting killed, and I was like, oh no, I was just watching wrestling, and she's like, you and that damn wrestling.
there's nothing wrong with it, man. I think more people should. More
Nothing
people.
wrong with it. I mean, even after, like, after when she won the Women's World title and coming and moving back to Monday Night Raw. And of course, you had all the crowd in that arena chanting "You deserve it," and then she brushed that off. She's like, "Nope, nope, nope, nope. I don't want to hear that now." And yeah, I feel exactly where she's coming from. I mean, where was this when, like, when she tried to get all the like the crowd to yell, chant "Glow, glow, glow"? Where was all that? Where the fuck was all that? But now you want to basically, like, jump the bridge, and now you want to champ her now? Get the fuck out of here.
Fair, fair. That's not a lie. Not a lie told. Not a
I mean,
lie told.
I get Naomi stand ever since 2009, ever since the FCW days. I've been working with this bitch since 2009 because I knew
We
Boy would be something special.
we've had many conversations about you and Naomi's like
Hmm. So now, here's the thing. If you watch, like, this past Monday when she was doing her little backstage promo and everything, you had and you heard, listen closely. You hear the crowd saying proceed with caution. So I'm like, okay, okay, okay. I see what they're doing. I see what they're doing now. Okay, okay. So now they're rocking with her. But where was this during her glow era? It seems. I mean,
fair.
so I totally understand why Naomi went heel and she did what she did to Jade. Because there comes a time and a place where we get so fed up, feeling like, you being the third wheel, being underappreciated, being underrated. But there comes a time where you said, enough is fucking enough. It's time for a change to wake people the fuck up. And that's exactly what Naomi did. Exactly at Evolution. And exactly at Money in the Bank when she won that briefcase.
She is one of the talents that gets under underappreciated for some reason, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
when you hear people, everybody has their own right to their own favorite.
Exactly.
You could like Ivy Nile, you could like Dakota Kai. I don't care who you like. It don't matter. But it's like when you hear top female wrestlers, you're gonna hear Charlotte, you're gonna hear Becky, you're gonna hear Monet, you're gonna hear
Yeah.
or you're gonna hear the Four Horsemen, which all valid. It's all valid. But when you got people like Naomi who's been grinding, who has to work harder than
Mm-hmm.
a Charlotte or a Becky or a Monet or even a Bailey, it's an uphill battle, and it's good to see her get.
It is a uphill battle, especially, and of course, I'm not the one to sugarcoat. I mean, of course, I know it's a black thing. It is because, being the, how us as African Americans, we have to grind, we have to push for what we need to get. But sometimes, like, we have to, like, go extra hard just to, like, wake people up, just to see what they're missing.
Yeah, and then afterwards they're like, oh man, this is cool. Like okay,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Um, we also have a 2 night SummerSlam
Yes. The very first 2 night SummerSlam.
coming up in MetLife. We got 12 matches.
Mm-hmm.
Which match would you like to talk about?
Well, I know it's happening on Sunday, but I'll say the Naomi Rhea Io match for like a little bit later. Let's talk about what do I want? What other matches like catching my eye? Oh yeah, let's talk about the tag match with Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre versus Jelly Roll and Randy Orton.
Okay. What is your predictions and thoughts?
I think Randy and Jelly are definitely going to pull out the win on this. I think Jelly, after what happened last Friday on SmackDown, I think he's definitely going to pull out all the stops in this one. Because I know he's been training with, from what I know, Jacob Fatu has been helping train Jelly, basically. And secretly, from what I've seen Jelly Roll, do with that chokeslam, I think that Undertaker's been secretly training him also.
I can see that. It did look like a very Undertaker-esque type choke slam. That boss man slam he did was nice.
I mean, you think Jelly Roll was going to pull a Bad Bunny and shock the hell out of all of us?
Me and a guest was talking about the celebrities that come in, and it's like some people have a problem with it, and I get it, but for me, if you have to care, if you have a celebrity that's just in there that's just gonna it's gonna make the match look bad. If you have a guy like Jelly Roll, Bad Bunny, Charlie Knoxville's match was good.
Oh
if
yes.
And you got people who care, I'm like, okay. Okay, so you're going with Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Okay. All right, I'll pick the next match. Let's talk about the SmackDown Tag Titles. TLC match. We have the
I am so eager to see this one because
champions, the Wyatts versus DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns versus Andrade and Rey Fenix versus Braxton. This is the largest TLC match. I want to say, who do you think wins?
I'm in a crossroads with this one. I don't know who to pick because right now, all 6 tag teams, they're all red hot right now. Right now, they basically blowing the World Tag Team titles over Monday Night Raw out of the water with this one.
And NXT.
Hey. Oh, yeah. But let's just say for the fact that the only 2 titles that are not being defended right now at SummerSlam are the World Tag Team titles and the Women's United States title. Even after Julia actually won it just weeks ago. But that rematch between her and Selena Vega, I think on SmackDown.
Yep.
And if I read in a news article that Julia wants to defend this Women's United States title at SummerSlam. And I said, give her it. Give her a bigger platform to showcase that. I mean, don't push the Women's United States title off to the side. Show it into a bigger platform.
I think the issue with that is WWE likes to look at SmackDown before SummerSlam or any pay-per-view and as an extension. It's like, oh well, we're gonna treat it like it's the pre-show to the pay-per-view, so we make it feel bigger.
What they should do, if that's the case, what they should do, bring back the pre-show like they did back in the days. Do that.
I agree.
But that way, no one had the right to complain about anything. Especially with the World Tag Team titles. I mean, after all, what happened this past Monday? We got another El Grande Americano in Burger King. I'm like, what the actual fuck is going on?
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Because we all know for a damn fact this second El Grande Americano is Ludwig Kaiser.
There's been no no proof or aggravated.
You cannot, don't sugarcoat it. Do not try to sugarcoat it. Do not try to sugarcoat it. Because you know for a damn fact that's Ludwig Kaiser. Because where has Ludwig Kaiser been all day? He's not injured. Have you seen what his body looks like?
We do not.
Actually, for a damn fact, the third El Grande Americano is Pete Dunne. Because where the hell has he been? No. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear it. No.
Just because
That question. Where the hell has Pete Dunne been?
he's been at home resting, training.
Resting what? He's not injured. He's not injured. He's not injured.
Have you heard Pete Dunne say he was El Grande? Have you heard Louis?
I recognize that kick. I recognize that kick that he gets anywhere. I know. I can tell when what wrestling styles and who's is which.
Listen, we're not here to falsely accuse innocent people. What is your pick for this TLC match?
Oh my god. Let's see. I would say Wyatt 6, but I would love to see like a shocker and see Fraxium actually win the tag titles and like shock everyone in this.
Because I would like to see win that match. I'm not predicting them to win, but I would actually like to see Andrade and
honestly, I would not be mad. I would not be mad if Andrade and Ray will like win it. Honestly,
yeah.
Just as long as DIY don't win, then we're all good. I don't care who wins as long as it's not DIY.
I kind of feel
no offense. I like Tommaso, I like Johnny, but yeah.
No, I feel that. Okay. You can go ahead and pick the next match.
Let's see. The women's Intercontinental title.
We got the
Lyra versus Becky.
Versus Lyra Valkyria in a no disqualification match. If Valkyria is unsuccessful, she can no longer challenge Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental.
Yep.
Your prediction.
My prediction? Oh. I do want Lyra to like win to basically like get a little payback on Becky, but something tells me in the back of my mind after what Bayley said this past Monday that she said in the crossroads like not being at SummerSlam blah blah blah, and after like Lyra beat Bayley for that #1 contendership for the women's Intercontinental title, I have a strange feeling in the back of my mind that Bayley is going to screw Lyra over. For some reason, I don't know why.
It makes sense. You could do the jealousy angle. Bayley off of someone. She missed her. Lyra is going to wrestle on both of those shows.
Yep.
I can see it. My only question is this. If Becky does win, who's next?
That is true. Who is next?
The only thing I can think of, you can go to Bayley, and Survivor Series is in San Diego. And I could see Bayley winning the title from Becky then.
What? Well, being that she's from San Jose.
Well,
but either way, she is a California girl, so living in California, yeah, I can see that basically.
Kind of give her a big moment.
Fine.
So you're going Becky.
I hate to say it, but I would probably say Becky here. Okay. I don't want it to be Becky. No offense, but I will say Becky.
We also will not have slander of the man. Thank you very much. Intercontinental champion. Thank you. Speaking of the man, we're going to talk about the greatest intercontinental champion ever, Dirty Dominic Mysterio as he courageously.
I feel like saying that, calling him the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time is such a disgrace because he's not the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. We all know that's Gunther because he held that title for 666 days.
The greatest Intercontinental Champion ever will courageously defend his Intercontinental Championship just coming off of injury.
Then tell me why. Tell me why he's been faking injury with a fake doctor note. And like saying that, he's scared. He's scared of AJ to face AJ. That way he can,
face him on Raw. What are you talking about?
All he cares about is getting up in Roxanne's pussy. That's all he cares about.
I mean.
And don't even try to front because we all know with Liv being injured and everything, he want to get up all up in Roxanne's business. I see what Roxanne's trying to do. She's trying to move it. She's trying to move it and trying to destroy a good relationship between Dawn and Liv.
We're just ignore the Finn Balor. Okay, we'll just ignore Finn Balor constantly trying to make Dom be corrupted. Okay, we'll ignore that.
Yeah.
We have Dom versus AJ Styles.
I'm going with AJ on this one. It's time for a new Intercontinental Champion. Dom been using. I mean, I was excited for when Dom won the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, but right now, I mean, Dom is just doing nothing except holding on to that belt just to be a placeholder for that belt. He did that for an accessory. Just to show off his clout. Just to show off his clout.
He's been injured. He has a doctor's note, a valid doctor's note. Thank you.
Injured with what? Tell me, injured with what?
There's HIPAA laws that does not need to be disclosed. Okay.
Please spare me.
What do you want to talk about?
Speaking of which, with Roxanne and her stupid ratchet ass, the women's tag team titles.
Okay, that match we have Roxanne and Raquel on Judgment Day defending against Charlotte Flair, the Queen, and Alexa Bliss.
To be honest, I actually like this team up between Alexa and Charlotte, and them actually coming closer to being friends. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I want to see Alexa and Charlotte win those women's tag titles. Honestly, to further this storyline a little bit more further between those two.
So you think it'd be better for them to win the title?
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
See, I've kind of bounced back and forth between this. Initially, I was like, yeah, Charlotte and Alexa is probably going to win. Then I was like, well, I kind of could see Judgment Day keeping the belt a little bit longer, and to kind of maybe.
Roxanne is just a placeholder for Liv. Roxanne did not deserve that. I mean, she just barbarian her way into Judgment Day to get up all up, try to get up all in Dirty Dom's dick. That's all she's trying to do.
Again, we're not going to act like Finn Balor did not bring her in there. We're just not going to slide over Finn Balor's massive influence.
It won't work either. Of course, he knows it's his fault. What he's trying to do. Exactly what he's trying to do.
As long as we're on the same page, that is all Finn Balor's fault. Cool.
I know what he's trying. I know what he's trying to do. I know exactly what he's trying to do. And you wonder why Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley are not in Judgment Day. Because of shit like this.
And which one of them?
What about Carlito? He's not in it either. So yeah.
Which one of them?
He shouldn't have been in the Judgment Day in the first place. So what the heck?
Which is Damian Priest a champion?
No.
Oh, is Rhea Ripley a champion right now?
She could be.
But I didn't know. It's a champion heading into SummerSlam.
Well,
okay.
Oh, wait. Balor is a tag champ. Since when is that the world tag team champions? Since when is that important? Are they definitive? Are they Are they definitive in SummerSlam? No. The only two tag titles that are being defended are Roxanne and Raquel's. What about JD and Finn? What about JD and Finn? What about JD and Finn? Where's their how come they're not defending their titles?
They just defended on Raw.
I don't care if they're defending on Raw. If you're a fighting champion, you defend those belts anywhere, anytime, any place. Thank you very much. Stop using those belts for clout and do something with them. Fuck out of here.
They did just defend them.
Yeah.
Just defended them, like.
And they won due to interference from two El Grande Americanos.
They what? They what?
You heard me.
They won.
I didn't stutter. They won because of interference from two. They won because of two interferences for two El Grande Americanos.
Nothing to do with them. That's just convenience. Anyway.
They are not in Judgment Day.
That's right, exactly. That's why it had nothing to do with Judgment Day. That has nothing to do with that. Maybe LWO should stop picking on people that wants to be El Grande Americano and just leave them alone.
Oh, please.
Next match, we have the United States title defended in a steel cage. Solo Sikoa, the champion, the reigning, defending, fighting United States champion.
Mm-hmm.
All gas, no brakes. Jacob Fatu. Prediction.
I'm going with my big daddy, Jacob Fatu, to win this one. Seriously, because for the fact that they I feel like he's in his. I feel like he's in his domain, his natural habitat. Being like before WWE and all that, he'd been to prison. So I know for him, what it's like for him to be locked up in a cage. I mean, come on. So for the fact that this is going to be like home for him. So I pick Jacob to win this. And for the fact, I mean, lately they've been actually putting a rocket on Jacob. I mean, they basically like soaring him up like really high up there. So I would not be surprised that if Jacob wins, because I actually want Jacob to win. So.
Here's my only pushback on Jacob winning. I don't disagree. I think he probably will win.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not like 100%. Only reason why I say that is because Solo just won the belt.
Yep.
He just won it.
Mm-hmm.
So it being in the cage, Solo could win without pinning Fatu. Because technically, Solo has the numbers. And
that's true.
If they're beating down on Fatu, he can't get to Solo. Solo could just walk out the door.
I mean, you do got Jimmy. You do got Jimmy to help out. And I did want to say anything, but I want to say this now. I mean, what if Zilla Fatu actually makes his debut, his WWE debut, and help out Jacob?
That would make sense. I could see that.
I mean, he's been teasing it a lot and everything, so it would be perfect to kind of even numbers. Oh no! Wait. Also, what about what's his name? Tama Tonga. I mean, I think he's still injured, but what if he makes a return to SummerSlam? And possibly help out Jacob.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I think he'll win, but I'm not. I wouldn't be like, oh wow, if Solo won either. I wouldn't be shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can pick the next match.
Let's see.
We still got the world title, both men's world titles. We still got the women's triple threat. Still got the women's.
Let's talk about Jade versus Tiffany. with the WWE Women's Championship.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you when it comes to this match. This is the match I have the least amount of interest in.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I would honestly let me put this out there. Honestly, when Naomi won the women's world title and shocked all of us and moved to Raw, I mean, I actually my desire, for this match, it kind of just went down the drain. I mean, I could care less who wins. Honestly, I want Jay to win because I just lost interest basically now. Being that Naomi's not on Raw. I mean, I don't think there's a storyline to build. I don't know if it's a storyline to build, except for the fact Bianca's not there yet. I mean, I think she's still injured, or maybe she cost Jay the match, and then it was set up a feud between her and Bianca.
You can go there. I just don't feel like the WWE, like you just said, honestly, was the biggest thing. Once you took the Naomi factor out this match,
Mm-hmm.
it left them two to be like, "Hey, you guys gotta carry this. You gotta carry your own match now."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, meh, eh.
Yeah.
I'm probably picking Jade as well. Honestly, um, there's not much really to that match.
Pretty
Um,
much.
we could talk about the men's world championship. We have the Ring General Gunther as the world champion defending against CM Punk.
Honestly, I want to see him Punk to win this. I want him to do the unthinkable and win the world heavyweight title.
Okay, here's the next question. Do we hear Burn It Down?
Yes.
Seth Rollins cashes in on CM Punk.
Yes. I could tell the leg injury is a work. I could tell it is.
I like the confidence. I like that. So now, do you think he still cashes in on Punk, or do you think he cashes in on Cena and Cody?
That's a good question, honestly. Because
let's
if he cashes in on Cena and Cody and wins it, I mean, he could move to SmackDown, which means Becky could move to SmackDown with the Women's Intercontinental title if he wins it. And then
here's the thing. Let's look at it from a logistical standpoint, right?
okay.
You're Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
You got an opportunity to cash in on your arch rival, CM Punk.
That's true.
If he wins, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the biggest prize in the game is the one that's currently held by Cena and currently held by John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be way more vulnerable for a cash in than maybe a Punk or a Gunner.
That's true. I mean, I feel like in Naomi's sense, because I know exactly what Naomi used strategy. She waited for Io and Rhea to be down the account to take the energy off of each other, and then boom. Even when Naomi was not at 100%, she still cashed in successfully. And here's another thing I need to bring up. People really thought Naomi was going to be the very first women's failed cash in.
That's what they wanted.
And look what happened. Look what happened.
That's what they wanted.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the people wanted, but it didn't happen. So, anyway, you were saying?
You were picking Punk?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm undecided on this match. I'll have my official predictions tomorrow with another guest.
Okay.
If I had to pick today, I'm probably going to go Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
Pick today. The next match we have the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and main event Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed with the Oracle Paul Heyman in their corner. Who wins?
Roman and Jay. Hey, wait. Hold up. Did you catch? I still cannot get over what Bronson Reed did, taking Roman's Jordans And when I saw that, in my mind, I was like, oh my God, they're doing the same thing what us black folk did in the hood. When they beat someone's ass, they take their shoes. And like I was thrown back a little bit in a good in a shock way. I'm like, they're really going down this route. They taking Roman's Jordans out of down.
Here's the outside of the box question to ask you. Now, let me get to this point first. So now, Roman Reigns has what a lot of people call aura, right?
Yep.
Roman Reigns comes out, oh yeah, that's Roman Reigns. Okay, cool. Now, do you think his aura could have been damaged because Bronson Reed pretty much just bitched him and took his shoes, and he did nothing about
it? Well, no. Because for the fact, I mean, we've seen this happen a bunch of times with with top baby faces. They get their shit, they get the shit beaten out of them. Come pay-per-view, they get their revenge, their retribution. Now, so for the fact but having your Jordans taken away from you, that's something.
After they don't
get something right there.
Yeah. Now,
for the fact that happened, I'm like, where we go from here now?
Now
they took Roman's shoes. We haven't seen no one done that to him before in his WWE career.
That's exactly my point.
Except for these two with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker.
That's exactly my point. That's exactly why I asked the question. His aura took a bit of a hit because it's kind of like tugging
in honesty, I feel like his aura did kind of take a hit, but knowing Roman, I know he will find a way to bounce back from this.
Right. That's all I was asking on
that.
Other part of that question. Other part I have. Now, there was a plan B mentioned about a month back that never that, as we know, never came to fruition. What if Braun Breaker adds a third person into the stable currently, and they help beat Jay, and Roman? Because technically, Roman and Jay don't need this win. They don't need it at all. Roman's gonna go away after this SummerSlam is over. He's gonna go away and do a street fight, just like Cody. Wait!
That's actually coming true. They actually do a Street Fighter.
Yes, Roman and
I've been hearing rumblings all over the internet about that. And I'm like, they actually doing Street Fighter.
Yep. They're both doing Street Fighter. So they're both going to be gone. So my thing is, what's the point of Roman and Jay winning?
Okay, that's true. I mean, if you get the win to Bronson and Braun, I mean, it would definitely elevate them a whole lot more. I could see that, definitely.
Yeah, Roman doesn't have to take the pin. I mean, you can pin Jay. He's a former world champion. It's still NBA.
I mean, honestly, if Braun and Bronson win, that would definitely put them on a little pedestal. Hey, we beat 2 former world champions. So where we gonna be put in that conversation? So yeah, I understand what you say. Yeah.
Okay. Another match we have Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross.
Ooh.
Loser must admit that the winner was right. Now, there's a lot of rumors and speculations that Kross did not resign or hasn't signed with the E, which so this could be his last swan song in WWE. Who wins this match?
Honestly, being with the past and everything, I mean, I know Sami got a plan because you have to think. Sami is a master strategist. So I know he had. I figured that Sammy can find a way to win this match over Karrion. So I'm going with Sammy on this one. Even though Karrion has been riding on this high with fans chanting for him so much. Because the fans are behind Karrion Cross now because they want more want to see more of Karrion.
Of course. I
But
think I agree with you.
I think Sammy is going to win this one.
I agree with you. That's what I would go ahead and predict. I don't see Cross winning. They like Sammy too much for him
Mm-hmm.
to win SummerSlam. Yeah, I don't hate Sammy, but mm,
I mean, how could you hate Sammy? I mean, come on.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Let's see. We did the Intercontinental title. We did. I know we got. Let's do the street fight. John Cena, never seen a 17 WWE champion defending against Cody Rhodes in a street fight. What happens in this match?
Well, with everything that you said about Cody going out doing Street Fighter, and then after that, Seth could not be injured. It could cash in on this match. I think Seth will probably walk out with the WWE title and shock the hell out of us all over again, just like 10 years ago.
Do you see the final boss making an appearance or Travis Scott?
No Travis Scott. Oh no, nope, dude, dude, no, no, dude. No more Travis Scott. I mean, he basically kind of ruined the end of WrestleMania with that match with Cody and Cena again. I'm like, no, never again. No. So no Travis Scott. Rock, maybe. Who knows? You may never know because he likes to show up in the middle of nowhere, just like that, and surprise us all. I mean, it could happen, maybe, but I would not be surprised.
Okay.
So, give and take.
A double turn.
A double turn? No.
Okay.
But for Cena's wise, Cena is Cena wise. I feel he'll be in the Rumble. He's slowly turning into a babyface if he gets screwed, and if Seth does cash in. So yeah.
It's going to be a very. I think a lot of people have eyes on this match. This
Oh yeah.
and the men's world title match.
Mm-hmm.
For Seth. Now, if Seth doesn't appear in either night, then you might lead to like, well, maybe there might be some truth to what they're saying.
Yeah.
Because everybody's expecting. Here's the thing: everybody's expecting him to cash in at SummerSlam,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's the WWE title. But if he doesn't, nobody's going to really expect it. And then you're going to start to think, oh, well, he's okay. He might actually be hurt. And then I believe the last match we have is your favorite match, I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
We have. Would you like to introduce this match?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a women's triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley versus my mama, my caution mama, Naomi, the Women's World Champion, in a triple threat match. You already know who I'm going to predict. So I don't need to say.
Io Sky? Oh, that's a shocker.
Hey, no. Mm-mm. I love Io, but no. I love Rio, but no. Naomi all the way. Done. Case closed.
This is also another match I would just go with now. I would also go with Naomi.
Naomi is going to retain that bitch. She's going to find a way to, scheme her way into, pinning one of those two bitches and then, walk into Clash in Paris and face Stephanie Fakir for that women's world title. So, hey. Huh?
Who takes the fall? Does Rhea get pinned or does
Since Io took the first fall, like when Naomi cashed in, let's get the fall to Rhea.
I agree with that logically 100%. That's
Let's get the fall to Io. No, let's get the fall to Rhea. Just
that
for
way.
just for for shock value.
That way, Naomi's
For
like, look,
that shock.
Naomi's like, look, I pinned both of you guys. Back of the line. And and as we wrap up, I believe that we have achieved all 12 matches for SummerSlam. That was another episode of Wrestling Therapy. Sir, thank you for joining. Would you like to plug any socials, anything you have coming up that you want to link
Yes.
people
For
to?
anyone watching, I go to follow me. I'm basically compete. I basically compete in Undisputed Wrestling Oath. That's UWO. You can basically find me there as my character Ruby Knight. I have a big match coming up real soon against the World Heavyweight Champion Gypsy in a street fight. The same type of match that Cena and Cody are going to be in. So catch me on that and follow me on my Instagram at KJW Flawless Glow.
Do you have a YouTube as well?
No, I do not.
Okay.
But that is a work in progress, though. That is a work in progress.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you would like to say before we wrap up? And before you do, I want to say thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking the time. Glad to have you on. We will need
Thank
to
you.
have you back on again to react to SummerSlam.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, anything else you would like to say before we go?
All I gotta say is, proceed with caution. That's all I gotta say.
Everybody, stay safe, stay blessed, and remember, the greatest intercontinental champion ever is Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, Lord.